200 millimetres of rain could smash parts of New South Wales and Queensland by Saturday. That is not a typo. 200 millimetres in just 24 hours. And if you are anywhere along the east coast of Australia right now, the next 5 days are about to get very interesting for you. But here is the question nobody is asking yet. What happens when a dying tropical cyclone, a monster high-pressure system, and a mysterious low lurking in the Coral Sea all collide at the same time? Because that is exactly what is setting up across Australia right now. And the answer could mean the difference between a normal week and a week people remember for a long time. The real danger is not the old tropical cyclone everyone has been watching. It is what happens when that dying system collides with a monster high-pressure zone near Tasmania. That collision is going to create a squeeze effect, a pressure gradient so tight it funnels moisture into a narrow band and dumps extraordinary amounts of rain in a very short window. I'm going to show you exactly where the heaviest rain will fall when it peaks and when it finally clears out. City by city, day by day, hour by hour, where it matters most. Stay with me because at around the 3-minute mark, I am going to reveal which major cities are sitting right in the bullseye for the worst of it this weekend. And if you stick around to the 5-minute mark, I will show you the wildcard system that could rewrite next week's forecast entirely. Right now, as of Tuesday, the 10th of February, ex-tropical cyclone Mitchell is grinding its way through southern Western Australia. It has already dumped widespread rain and triggered thunderstorms across the region. But here is your first twist. The wind threat from Mitchell is actually dying. The cyclone has gone extratropical, meaning the engine that powered those destructive winds is shutting down. You might still cop some gale force gusts in isolated pockets, but the widespread wind damage threat, that is fading fast. So if the wind is not the story anymore, what is? The rain, the sheer volume of moisture this system is dragging across the country. And that moisture is about to interact with other weather systems in ways that could catch a lot of people off guard. Let me walk you through this day by day because the timing matters enormously. Wednesday, the 11th of February. 3 things are happening at once and they are all pulling in different directions. First, the heat. If you are in New South Wales, temperatures are climbing. That warm air is spreading south, brushing right past the Australian Capital Territory. Sydney, expect the mercury to push up. Inland New South Wales, you are looking at a properly hot day. A few showers and thunderstorms are possible, but do not count on them to cool you down. Second, down in Tasmania, a polar boundary is sweeping in by Wednesday afternoon. Hobart, you will feel this by late afternoon. That cold front crosses Tasmania Wednesday night into Thursday morning and clears east of the island by Thursday lunchtime. If you are in Hobart or Launceston, expect a sharp temperature drop. We are talking a noticeable shift, not just a degree or two. Third, and this is the one that matters most, the leftover rain from ex-tropical cyclone Mitchell is spreading into South Australia. Adelaide, pay attention. A line of convergence is setting up between that low-pressure system and an incoming high to the south. That convergence line is forecast to produce 60 to 80 millimetres of rain. And here is where it gets serious. If a severe thunderstorm sits on top of that convergence zone, those totals could double or even triple. We are talking potential for over 150 millimetres in isolated pockets across parts of South Australia on Wednesday alone. Do not skip ahead yet because Thursday is where the pattern starts to shift in a way that affects millions of people. Thursday, the 12th of February, that large, lazy, low-pressure zone sitting off the Queensland coast in the Coral Sea is still there. It has not gone anywhere. And it is connecting up with more low pressure stretching right across to the Pilbara in Western Australia. Think of it as a giant river of unstable air draped across northern and central Australia. Melbourne, your cooler change arrives Thursday. The polar boundary that hit Tasmania on Wednesday pushes into Victoria and southern New South Wales. Temperatures drop. You will feel it. If you have been sweating through the week, Thursday brings relief, but it also brings showers and a few thunderstorms as that convergence line spreads across parts of Victoria and southern New South Wales. Perth, you are still dealing with the tail end of Mitchell-S moisture. More showers possible, but the worst has passed for you. The system is falling apart as it moves east. Brisbane, you are still warm, still humid, but look at what is coming your way by Friday. Do not turn off yet because the weekend forecast for Queensland is something you absolutely need to hear. Friday, the 13th of February. This is the day the pattern flips for the east coast. All those tropical downpours that have been sitting over central Australia, they start sliding east. By Friday, widespread showers spread across a large part of Queensland. Cairns, Townsville, Mackay, Rockhampton, Bundaberg, right down through the southeast corner. Showers are in the forecast across the state. The rain also pushes into the northeast quarter of New South Wales. Think Coffs Harbour, Grafton, Lismore, up through the northern rivers. At the same time, that high pressure system near Tasmania is ballooning out into the Tasman Sea. And as it expands, it pushes a more refreshing southeasterly breeze up the coast. Brisbane, Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast, you might notice temperatures dip slightly on Friday. It will not be dramatic, but it is the leading edge of a bigger change. Tasmania picks up a few west coast showers on Friday, but nothing significant. Melbourne stays cool and mostly dry. Adelaide dries out. Perth is largely done with Mitchell. Now, here is what I promised you at the start. The weekend. This is where it gets genuinely intense, and this is the part you need to pay close attention to if you are anywhere in New South Wales or Queensland. Saturday, the 15th of February. Remember that high pressure system ballooning into the Tasman Sea and that large, lazy, low pressure zone hanging over Queensland? On Saturday, those two systems create a squeeze. A pressure gradient tightens between them, and that drives brisk northeasterly winds right down the New South Wales coast. But the winds are not the headline. The rain is right on the border of New South Wales and Queensland. The models are showing rainfall totals of up to 200 millimetres in a 24-hour period from noon Friday to early Saturday afternoon, 150 millimetres in surrounding areas. This is serious rainfall. Lismore, Casino, Grafton, Ballina, Byron Bay, Tweed Heads, Gold Coast, you are all in the zone that needs to be watching this closely. Now, here is the critical uncertainty, and I want to be straight with you about this. The exact position of that heavy rain depends on the size and strength of the high pressure system near Tasmania. If the high weakens slightly or shrinks, that heavy rain band could drop further south into New South Wales. If the high strengthens, the rain could intensify or get pushed back further north into Queensland. We are still a few days out, so the models need another 48 hours to lock this in precisely. But the signal is clear. Someone along that New South Wales and Queensland border region is going to get hammered with rain this weekend. The question is exactly where and how much. Sunday, the 16th of February. That block of heavy rain is still sitting over the northeastern corner of New South Wales and southern Queensland. Northern rivers, you could be looking at a second day of heavy falls. The eastern side of southern Queensland remains in the firing line. If the rain has been falling since Friday, river levels will already be elevated, so any additional rainfall on Sunday becomes more impactful. Do not underestimate cumulative totals. It is not just about what falls on one day. It is about what has already fallen in the days before. Inland, more showers and thunderstorms continue across central and northern Australia. The Northern Territory, northern Western Australia, through the Kimberley and right across into inland Queensland all remain active. Darwin, Alice Springs, expect your typical wet season thunderstorm activity to continue. Meanwhile, the rest of the country starts to dry out. Melbourne, dry and pleasant. Adelaide, dry with comfortable temperatures. Perth, dry and warming up again after the Mitchell disruption. Hobart, you might pick up a few isolated showers as northeasterly winds push down into Tasmania, but nothing to write home about. Monday, the 17th of February. The pattern holds. Wet in the north, wet in the east, dry in the south and west. If you are in the southern half of Australia, Monday looks like a fairly standard late summer day. But up north and along the east coast, the moisture machine keeps running. That lazy low pressure zone in the Coral Sea is still worth watching. It has been sitting there for days and it is not showing signs of disappearing anytime soon. Now, I want to be clear, this does not guarantee it becomes a tropical cyclone. But when a low pressure system like this interacts with strong high pressure to the south, that is exactly the setup that produces heavy rain events along the east coast. We will be tracking this into next week, and tomorrow S-Forecast will have updated modelling on exactly where this system is heading. Let me give you the quick city-by-city summary so you know exactly what to prepare for. Perth. The worst of ex-tropical cyclone Mitchell is passing. Showers taper off through Wednesday and Thursday. By Friday, you are largely in the clear. Biggest risk behind you. If you have been dealing with those gusty winds over the past couple of days, you can breathe easier. The system is weakening rapidly as it moves east Adelaide. Wednesday is your key day. 60 to 80 millimetres possible with that convergence line. Severe thunderstorms could push totals much higher, potentially over 150 millimetres in isolated spots. If you are in the Adelaide Hills or the Mount Lofty Ranges, be particularly alert. Thursday dries out. Weekend looks calm and pleasant. Melbourne. Cooler change hits Thursday. Showers and a few thunderstorms through Thursday and into Friday morning. Expect temperatures to drop noticeably from midweek highs. Weekend dries out with pleasant temperatures. If you have outdoor plans for Saturday and Sunday, you are looking good. Hobart, sharp cold front Wednesday afternoon into Thursday morning. Temperature drops noticeably and you will feel it. Clears by Thursday lunchtime. A few west coast showers Friday. Isolated showers possible Sunday and Monday from those northeasterly winds, but nothing that should disrupt your plans significantly. Canberra. Heat builds Wednesday. The capital will feel the warmth pushing down from inland New South Wales. Cooler change filters through Thursday and Friday. Some shower activity possible but not heavy. Weekend looks manageable with temperatures settling back to more comfortable levels. Sydney. Warm through Wednesday. Cooler change arrives Thursday into Friday. Coastal showers possible Friday and into the weekend as that northeasterly flow sets up. Keep an eye on Saturday totals, especially if you are north of Sydney, Brisbane. Humid through midweek. Showers increase significantly Friday. Saturday and Sunday are your biggest rainfall days. That 200 millimetre potential zone is right on your southern doorstep. Temperatures ease slightly with the southeasterly change Gold Coast. You are right in the target zone for heavy rain Saturday and Sunday. Monitor closely Cairns and Townsville, showers and thunderstorms throughout the period. Typical wet season activity, nothing alarming at this stage, but that Coral Sea low is worth watching. Northern rivers of New South Wales. Lismore, Ballina, Byron Bay, Grafton. This is the area that needs to pay the most attention this week. Friday through Sunday could bring very heavy rain. If the models verify, totals could reach 150 to 200 millimetres over that period. After everything this region has been through in recent years with major flood events, this is one to take seriously. Keep your gutters clear. Know your evacuation routes. Have a plan. This is not about panic. This is about being prepared. And here is something worth noting for everyone across New South Wales and Queensland. The Bureau of Meteorology will be updating their warnings as the models sharpen over the next 48 hours. So even if your area is not in the heavy rain zone right now, that could change. Keep checking the forecast daily. Now, here is what I need from you. Drop a comment below and tell me where you are watching from. Your city, your town, your region. It does not matter if you are in a major capital or a small rural community, because tomorrow S-Forecast is going to zoom in even further on the areas most at risk. And I want to make sure we are covering the places that matter most to you. The more specific you are, the better I can tailor the forecast to help you prepare. And if you know someone in the northern rivers, the Gold Coast or southern Queensland, do them a favour and share this with them right now. Getting this information early could make a real difference for them this weekend. One more thing before you go. That Coral Sea low pressure system, it is the wild card for all of next week. If it intensifies, if it drifts closer to the coast, or if it links up with other tropical moisture feeding down from the north, the east coast rainfall forecast could change dramatically. Some of the longer range models are hinting at some very interesting interesting scenarios, and I am not going to speculate until we have more data. But I will say this, if you thought this week was active, next week has the potential to be even more significant. I am going to break down exactly what the long-range models are showing for that system in tomorrow's update. You do not want to miss that one, because what happens with that low over the next 7 days could determine whether parts of Queensland and New South Wales see flooding rain or just a standard wet week. The models are still disagreeing with each other, and tomorrow I will explain exactly why and what each scenario means for you. See you tomorrow with the next Big Picture Australia weather forecast. Make sure you are subscribed and have notifications turned on so you do not miss it. These forecasts are going out daily while this active weather pattern